So, welcome to this lesson. In the last lesson, we spoke about customers and why it's important to pick the right customer segment. In this video, I want to talk about probably what is one of my favorite topics when it comes to building a creative practice or building a creative agency or being a creative and making a living off that, which is the idea of picking your niche. I don't know if you've ever heard this quote before, but then there is riches and niches. Okay, so look, let me tell you a story. In 2020, myself and two other partners, wanted to start a creative video agency, right? We want to start a video agency. And there were lots of different ideas that we could go. There were so many different things happening at the time as far as a creative agency is concerned. But we were like, you know what? What if we picked an industry or a niche that nobody is currently serving that we can actually be good at, right? And at the time, our lead cinematographer was actually really good at creating product videos. So we're like, you know what? Why don't we create a product video agency? But even more specifically, why don't we create a product video agency that primarily focuses on food? Right now, there were so many things we could have done. But based off our analysis of the business and the fact that we wanted to pick a particular niche that will give us the least competition, but potentially give us a lot of customers if we get it right, we chose to become a food video production company. Literally, our name says that. The name is called Fuvio. It says food video. Now, this was in 2020. In 2023, we're quickly becoming one of the most recognized product videography agencies in the country. We've expanded beyond food. We've done drinks, cosmetics, we've done electronics. We are growing, right? But we didn't start from trying to do everything. We started from doing one specific thing and doing it really well. And even now, people come to us because they want that specific thing done and they know that we can do it well. One of the most important things you can do for yourself is to pick a niche that you are going to serve. I'm going to say that one more time. One of the most important things you can do for yourself as a creative agency, creative entity, creative practice is to pick a niche that you're going to serve. Now, there is nothing wrong with being a generalist. There's nothing wrong with doing, everything for everyone. But there's a lot more advantages in being the person that does something for one specific group of people, one specific group of customers, because it allows you to build what we call domain authority, and it reduces the amount of competition that you have. Now, if you're just a wedding photographer, there are so many wedding photographers out there. But if you're a wedding photographer that does destination weddings only, now you have reduced the pool of people that you're serving, and in a lot of ways reduce the competition, and you've given yourself the opportunity to focus and become really, really good at the technical stuff that you do. And this is such a weird concept for creators because we tend to think that the more the merrier. And in fact, it's a weird concept for most businesses in general. But by picking a small category of people, you can actually get really, really good at serving them and then becoming the de facto person that everybody goes to when they have a problem that they want to solve in that space. If you have a problem with your eye, you go to the eye doctor. If you have a problem with your ear, you go to the ear doctor. If you have a problem with, your hands, you go to the person that can do hand things. I don't know what they are called. But the point I'm trying to make is that the specialization of these people makes it easy for you to go like, I have this problem, so I'm going to this person. When I started my company, Kada, I had the exact same thing. I wanted to be the branding and website design agency. I wanted to be the creative agency for tech companies who are in their seed stage, right? Now, when we started, we got a lot of luck working with AI-based companies, and we got a lot of luck also working with health companies. So we doubled down on that. So for a period, we were the creative agency for health tech companies. Doing this allowed us to be able to easily find the clients that we want to serve, focus on what we can do for them, and make a pitch. And it was even better for us because we already had a bunch of evidence of doing the same thing for people just like them. So it was easy for them to actually say that, you know what, let's work together. So here's the advice I want to give you in this video. And I think you should take it seriously. I hope you take it seriously, which is find a niche, something that you're passionate about, something that you have some other skills in that you can really, really do well. And then deliver your creative services to that niche. Try to understand them and understand everything around them. I want there to be a creative agency in Ghana who is a specialist in real estate. I want there to be a creative agency in Ghana who is a specialist in the health sector or the manufacturing sector, right? There are all these different sectors that need specific creative needs. And if you pick a niche and you focus on that particular niche, you can actually become the leader in that niche. And if you're worried about, oh, what if I pick a niche? Does that mean I can't do work for anybody else? No, the truth is you can do work for everybody else, but that's not going to be your focus. And like I said with the example when I was talking about Fulvio, you can expand. So you're not going to stay where you start from, but how you start is really, 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 really important. Now, another thing to note is that you're not going to miraculously all of a sudden find the right niche on the first pick. So it's going to take some time and effort to actually find what the right niche is, to experiment and to find your tribe or the people that you can deliver value to the most. And this means understanding their business, their landscape, how they communicate, all the nuances so that you can be the best person. There are so many creatives and creative entities out there who are struggling because you're trying to serve everybody, right? Especially if you're just one single person and you're starting out, it's going to be very helpful for you to try and pick a niche. Again, it doesn't mean that you can't do other things. You can do other things, but a lot of your time and energy should be focused on developing authority within that niche and be able to serve those people. It reduces competition, it makes you the go-to guy, and it makes it easier for clients to trust you because you've done work for people like them already and you don't have to prove yourself. Now, there is a place for what we call generalist creative studios or generalist creatives. People who are able to do anything and everything. If you're watching this video in Ghana or in Nigeria or some part of Africa, the truth of the matter is that certain businesses are going to rely more on generalists than they will on specialists because the journalists can do a few different things and it's easy for them to pay the journalist, right? So there is nothing wrong with being a journalist, but if you want to grow your creative practice over time, it will be very helpful for you to actually pick an industry, to pick a customer type, to pick a market, to pick a service, something that you are known for and something that you can really, really deliver on. I think it's going to help you differentiate yourself from the market, have a consistent flow of customers, and be able to deal with very little competition whilst you have the opportunity to go into the future. So, if you've forgotten anything I've said, remember there are riches and niches, and if you pick a good niche, you reduce competition and you can actually deliver, and the authority that you have in that niche goes high over time. So your exercise is to think about, okay, what things am I interested in? What industries do I really genuinely care about? And can I go serve those industries as their niche creative agency, right? So if anybody's watching this video, I want you to ask yourself that question. And for me personally, one of the spaces that I think is ripe is real estate. So I think somebody watching this video should start a real estate focused creative agency. You do photography, videography, design, writing, copy, marketing only for real estate companies. It's a free idea I'm putting out there because I think the real estate market is crazy right now in Ghana, and there's a lot of opportunity there for people like us who do creative work to go in there and serve them. So that is all I have for this video, and I sincerely believe there are riches and niches. I'm using that to build 2 agencies right now. We have plans to use that to build multiple agencies in the future, and I really want you to take a crack at it. And as always, look at the guidebook. It will explain certain things in detail. It will give you some more context. It will give you some metrics on how to actually pick a niche so they can deliver to that niche successfully. So I will see you in the next video where we talk about the kind of business that you want to be. See ya.